What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to what surely will be our biggest test so far of this season. If you've been following along in this career, welcome back. But essentially, the Calgary Flames, that top line of Steven Stamkos, Jonathan Huberdeau, and Trevor Moore have had our number since the first day they were put together. We've had about 2 or 3 meetings with this Calgary Flames team, and every time they seem to just pick me apart. They live rent-free in my head, and today we got a test against them to kick off this video. And right now, the Flames aren't playing their best hockey. Now, if you remember back to our first matchup with them this year, they were soaring high. They were top of the NHL. They've kind of fallen back. They're actually just outside a playoff spot, if I'm not mistaken. So they're not playing overly great right now, but that doesn't matter. When it comes to the Flames, when it comes to that top line, we're going to have to play out of our mind to make sure that we keep the puck out of the back of the net. And this is it. This is the moment that we can turn this stupid rivalry that I've built in my head around and hopefully slam the door shut and continue our push to make the playoffs. We are about 2 weeks away from the trade deadline. We know last year's trade deadline, every team made a splash. There was crazy trades everywhere, including our team. So we gotta keep things going. We gotta be aggressive. We gotta continue to put the puck in the back of the net. The boys in front of us have been doing a good job there. But for me, this is an opportunity to eradicate some of those demons that are living up in the old dome of mine and see if we can't stick it to this top lineup once and for all. I've been looking forward to this rematch for a while now. It scares me because for last time I let in 7 goals and got yanked. So we definitely do not want that. But we're excited. We're feeling good, and it's a away game. We're in the barn at the Saddle Dome. Jonathan Huberdeau now getting pushed off the puck by Drew Doughty. Boys have been playing good. We've had some really good games here lately, some big high-scoring games with some really solid defense in front of us. I haven't played in a while, but I believe our last game was like a 5-1 win. Before that, we beat the Dallas Stars, who are the reigning Stanley Cup champions. Kempe now will skate this puck up. He's had a good month and a half, 2 months here. Kaliev back to Kempe. Tries to shovel it in front for Kevin Fiala. We're also playing on superstar difficulty now. This is the first time in our career that we've elevated it. We've had a couple good games, couple not so great games, but we're figuring it out. We're back where we should be. And let's see if the boys can continue to find some good little plays here and there and put the puck in the back of the net a few times. Stamkos now finds Huberdeau. He's out of gas, but they will get the puck on net, and that should be a line change for both teams here. As always, guys, thank you for all the love and support. We haven't posted in a few days, and you know the number just keeps climbing. I think we're like 15 subscribers away from the big 1,000 mark, which is kind of hard to believe. But if you guys are watching, you're enjoying the content, make sure you guys smash that button. Let's get there. Let's continue to grow. 2024, a lot of fun games coming out in the new year, so we're going to be putting some playthroughs. The Avatar Frontiers of Pandora just went live. It's a beautiful game, guys. If you like, you know, open world adventures, go check that game out. Go watch that playthrough. It's really fun. It surprised me how fun it is. Alan Wake 2 is coming shortly. We have a bunch of new games, like I mentioned, in the new year. So some fun stuff. Plus, whatever the new sporting games come out next year are going to be. It's always a fun time. You know, they start kind of kicking off in the spring. Oh! All right, good little start here. We're about 8 minutes down in the first period. We've had a couple shots on their net. They've had a couple not dangerous scoring chances, but a couple that have bobbled in front. A little bit of a rebound situation going on here, so trying to tighten that one up. We've won our last 3 games. It's been pretty, like I said, pretty good month of hockey so far. And with like 8 games left before the deadline, it'll be really interesting. I really do not know what our GM's gonna do. I mean, it's quite possible that he does nothing, and I think I'd be okay with that. And it's quite possible that he goes out and overhauls a whole bunch of pieces. But one thing we cannot be is sellers. We are in 3rd in the NHL. We're just inside a playoff spot in our division. 7-3-0 in our last 10. If I'm the GM and I'm looking at that, no more dumping out our top line to get draft picks, to get pieces. It was a little bit of a crazy ending to season 1. Coleman now into our zone. Just passes the pot to Kulikov, and Comfer throws it on net, and that almost bounces off a body. The puck is just squirting everywhere right now. Good job by Adam Henrique on this third line with Donato and Kapanen to get this puck back into the Flames. He has open ice here, and he tries dishing it to the side of the net for Kasperi Kapanen. And Markstrom will make the easy save on the backhander from Henrique. We'll have a whistle in the Calgary zone. All right, let's get it. So, I mean, Calgary's 6-3-1, so they've lost a couple games in a row. But they went on a pretty tough streak through January, February, because they were like, it was like Calgary, Edmonton, Vancouver, or those three in some type of order. Literally the top three in the NHL for about 2 months going into January. But if you saw their record, it's evened out. It's pretty close to 500. So 6-3-1 or 6-4-0, whatever that just said. That's not bad in their last 10. That's pretty solid. Means they're at least back on, you know, Trevor Moore trying to find that short side. We do a good job. This top line is terrifying, but we have our top line, Fiala, trying to get in, gets rubbed off the puck there, squirts up. Now Trevor Moore through the neutral zone. Steven Stamkos, captain of the Flames after leaving Tampa Bay. He's also had our number. Kempe now. Little gypsy doodle through center ice there. Another one. He does it. They do it so much at the blue line, man. Jonathan Huberdeau up to Steven Stamkos. Huberdeau streaks in, shoots that puck wide. We are out of stamina. Not great in terms of our recovery here. The boys have been hemmed in a little bit. Now Kadri comes off the bench. We have full pressure the second they touch the puck, so we got to get this one out, and we got to get pressure at their end. You can see it's starting to drain now. Really not a lot going in this first period. I mean, we have 4:20 left in the period, and right now the last few shifts have been at our end of the ice. Struggling to get past their defense. Here we go. Mikey Anderson joins the rush. He gets his puck poked off his stick. Kadri up to Mangiapane. He loses it. Doughty stays with him. Kicks it free, but it goes right back to Mangiapane behind the net. And now Rasmus Anderson shoots it, and he goes wide. Drew Doughty gets this puck. He's going to skate it up to Pierre-Luc Dubois, who's had some beautiful goals lately, some beautiful plays alongside Pacioretty. And honestly, we can throw Byfield in that conversation too. That entire line has been pretty remarkable lately, and you can see the fatigue settling in. Shot off the blocker, and we're getting just hemmed in our zone. Minute left here. We already have about 12 or 13 shots on net, so it's been busy for the Flames. And really, it hasn't been the top line as much as, you know, this second line of Kadri, Mangiapane. I'm not sure who the third person is. They've done a great job. It might be Backlund. Is he still on this team? Good save there, but you can see that when the fatigue sets in, you just kind of fall on your rump. First line jumps over now, as you would expect, against our third line. Big face-off here for Adam Henrique. He ties up Stamkos, but the puck still squirts towards the net. We do a good job closing up the 5-hole. Now Adam Henrique will clear it and alleviate that full pressure as he gets it up to Kasperi Kapanen. Whew, what a first period, though. This is what I was worried about. It seems every time Calgary plays LA, our boys are just kind of a little flat-footed, and they just have every opportunity to get the puck towards the net. But it's a 0-0 period. We'll go into the second. We got to pick up something here. It's been not great. You can see 12-2 shots. Just trouble getting into the offensive zone right now. And honestly, you don't want to ever blame the difficulty. But ever since I started Superstar, it feels like we've had bad first periods. Remember, first period has always been a strength of us. All season long, we've had dominating first periods. Last few, we've had better second and third, which honestly, I'm not necessarily complaining about. But when you go up against a team that drops 12 shots on you compared to your 2, you definitely need to have a good period to get back into this one. Stamkos now playing catch with Anderson, and Mikey Anderson will now say thank you. Picks off that pass. He'll go for a skate. Gets it in deep. It seems right now that Calgary's defense is doing a good job kind of just getting the puck in a good spot to break it. Now Fiala tries to find Kaliev and kind of overskates it. Now Jonathan Huberdeau back in through the neutral zone. A lot of crazy things happening in the sports world. If you follow baseball, you'll know that Shohei Ohtani just signed or hasn't officially signed, but has committed to the LA Dodgers for Fiala. Woo! Committed for 700 million USD. Now, you know me, I'm a Toronto boy. I'm a Blue Jays fan. I didn't until I'll tell you my story of Shohei Ohtani. I always thought Dodgers are going to get him. For a year, 2 years now, the Dodgers have expressed interest in him. He's expressed interest in the Dodgers. It always felt like every other team listed was just a pipe dream. Now, there were reports that Toronto was making headway. They had him down in Dunedin. Rogers was prepared to, and the thing about people that I find in baseball is they don't actually know how wealthy the Rogers family is. You always see it's like, Toronto can't afford that. Oh, Toronto could afford it. For sure they could. They have, Rogers is valued at like $26 billion. We could afford a $70 million per year player, but that's besides the point. But anyway, as you know, the week went on, it was like, oh, Toronto's starting to get, you know, and I was like, nah, like there's no way. Like, it's cool to hear Toronto in the mix, but I was like, it's always going to be the Dodgers. Then there was reports coming out. This is before all the last day reports. There was reports that, oh, well, it's now 50-50 that it's Toronto or Dodgers. Oh, what just happened there? Okay, let's calm this puck down. But I still didn't believe it. I was like, this is cool, but at the same time, it's going to be the Dodgers. Then MLB at its finest had the worst day in reporting journalism history, where multiple high-level, mostly Morosi, if you know who I'm talking about, there's a reporter for MLB Network, that got fed false information and said Ohtani was on a plane to Toronto. And right there, my whole, and why wouldn't you, as a fan of baseball, as a fan of the Blue Jays, if a one of, if not the highest MLB Network reporter said Ohtani was on his way to Toronto, that could only mean one thing. Why wouldn't you get excited? Apparently that was all fake. Next day, he committed with the Dodgers. I mean, congratulations to the Dodgers. Ohtani gets 700 million USD. He's the most highest paid athlete basically on the planet. But now all the stuff coming out about how Toronto fans should be the ones to blame, and like, you never had a chance, and it's a good thing for baseball that he went to the Dodgers. Like, look, anybody that shit talks Toronto has just never been to Toronto. I get LA has the weather. I get they have the money. I get all of that. But anybody who shit talks Toronto as a small sports market, except for hockey, has never been to Toronto. You look at when the Raptors won the championship a few years ago, it was one of the largest attended parades in the world. It's stupid. I hate saying that. Like, look, yeah, maybe it was false information. I don't like the reports. It's like, you guys are stupid for believing it. If it happened to any other team, they would have believed it as well. So Kaliev takes a charging call here. How is there charging calls? I turned it off, dude. Oh, EA fixture game. Anyway, that was my Ohtani experience. Now we'll have to see what the Jays do, if anything, whether they'll go for Bellinger. It would have been a lot of fun if we got Ohtani, but reports are they offered him 700 million as well, and he turned it down. So the way it looks like is Dodgers were always the plan. It sounds like his agent used other teams, which credit to him, he got a bigger bag. Oh! All right, we got a power play. Sorry, that was my baseball story. I'm a multi-sports fan, so you'll hear me rambling on about different things. I'm not bitter. People who are like severely bitter, it's like, okay, relax. It was an outside shot from the get-go. Yes, we were fed false information, but would have been cool. Didn't happen. Now we move on. Let's turn our sights back. We got the Mangiapane line to start this power play. We are 5 minutes left. It is still a scoreless game, but during all that rambling of baseball, we saw some really good opportunities from our boys. Hit the post on the one, cross creaser, beautiful save by Markstrom, and now the Huberdeau line. That is such a garbage goal. That wasn't even like Mackenzie Weegar. In this game, he does have a good shot. Oh, my low glove is always going to punish me, man. Jonathan Huberdeau, face-off win by Stamkos. Huberdeau gets into the point. And I'm in as good of position as I possibly can be. Move over. We're in the best spot, and as without fail, That could just be my, that could be my rookie, that could be my goalie player card. Where is it? That could be my player goalie card right there. Like a rookie card, hockey card, whatever you want to say. Like, if that isn't the story of my freaking life, where the puck hits off the bottom of my glove and goes straight down and back into the net, I don't know what would be. That is unbelievable how many times, like, I have such a high, I think my glove high is like 99, but my glove low is still only like an 86, and boy, oh boy, in this game, does having, you'd think an 86 is okay, man, does it punish you a lot. So, Mackenzie Weegar with his 7th of the year. It's a power play goal, which you don't love to see. It's a bad goal by me, which you don't love to see. But it is 1-0 Calgary. It is 2-0 Calgary, as now our defense is falling apart. I believe that says 35th of the season for Steven Stamkos. 35th. Trevor Moore walks in. Where the hell is Jordan Spence on this play? Oh, he gets caught at the blue line trying to make a hit. I make the save off Trevor Moore. He showcased he was going to make it. The rebound goes right to the stick of Stamkos. I can't get over in time. It's a 2-0 hockey game about 20 seconds after, not even 10 seconds after the last goal. The Trevor Moore line stays on the ice. Gets a 2-on-1, thanks. Oh my gosh, and they almost made it 3-0. Okay, I don't like that this Gavrikov line just completely botched a play to allow a goal, and they're still on the ice. This is the stupidest thing about be a pro. Get these guys off the ice, for the love of God, please. Man, I'm never going to catch a break against the Flames. I don't know what it is. I don't know how I... Like, I would say that, you know, that's back-to-back goals where that line, that top line had an impact, but it's not like I'm like, it's not like they're dominating me right now. That was it just happened to be Trevor Moore and Steven Stamkos. Dang it, dude. What is happening to our team? Get this defensive pairing off the freaking ice. Patch ready. Can he do something? He's got Spence down low, trying to make up for that defensive miscue. Right now, if I'm going to give credit to anybody on this Flames team, it's the Flames defense in a nutshell. They are playing so well. Our top line, Fiala now. He has Kempe with him, shoots it on net. Markstrom has been so good every time we've played him. You would think 2-0 is definitely not out of reach, but the way these guys play us, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. You can see his effort this year. It's been pretty solid. Mangiapane now at the end of the period. Gavrikov steps up on him. He almost loses the puck. He has had a really bad game. They need to find a way to make it so the same defensive pairing, just because they're rested, doesn't get stuck on the ice for, you know, an hour. But 22-6 shots, I mean, you can say what you want about this top line of Calgary having points on the board, but you can put anybody on the ice. Like I said, if I'm being honest, I think this Kadri Mangiapane line is playing better. All right, we got 20 minutes to turn this game around. This might be our worst game of the season so far. 6 shots on net is not what you need to try and win a hockey game. For once, this feels like the boys are letting me down. Normally it's me. I will definitely take the faults. Guys. Fiala now trying to get into the offensive zone. Huberdeau up to Trevor Moore. Trevor Moore trying to find his line mate. Gets that picked off. That's a good play finally by our defenseman. Fiala. He goes for a dipsy doodle. He has Kaliev streaking towards the net. He'll pass it back. This is some good puck movement. And somehow, some way, Markstrom gets back and absolutely robs a beautiful play. And then Kevin Fiala with the shot. Or was that Kempe? Either way, it was a beautiful save nonetheless. Mike Anderson gets tripped up, and we will have a power play to try and get one back. It's been a good start to this period. Trevor Moore's going to sit for 2. Sorry. He always lights me up, and I'm bitter that we traded him away We traded him. Remember, if you guys, all those videos ago, it was like our second video. We traded Trevor Moore in season 1. 5 games, 3 games into the season. I don't even know what we got back in return, to be honest with you. Anyway, face off here. Power play opportunity. Byfield loses it, and that's going to be Rasmus Anderson who clears it. Quinn Byfield back in. Takes it in front of the net, gets it up to Adam Henrique, who has time on the second power play. Boy, can we use one of his big goals. We'll have another face-off in the Calgary zone. I mean, Jacob Markstrom's not been tested much in this. I feel like we got 7 or 8 shots. You would hate to give the Flames 2 points here too. You'd hate to give them any points because they've been struggling. You know, they found themselves in a high playoff spot, then they're out of one. Now they've, you know, had an okay last 10 games. And that's what we're doing right now. We're basically handing them, here's 2 points to get back into this race. Minute 23 now on the power play. Doughty, Pacioretty. Here we go, in front, Pacioretty tries squeaking it through the 5-hole, and once again, Markstrom there to shut the door. So a couple good passing plays. You love to see that. Byfield now, face off. We're just so unbelievably bad. That is, if you're making a move at the trade deadline, it better be for a centerman on the top 6 pairing who can actually win face-offs. Look, I love Kempe, I love Byfield, I don't want them going anywhere, but my oh my, can they not win face-offs when it matters. That's our 5th, apparently our 5th shot of this power play. So, I mean, you basically doubled your shots in one power play. If we can win this face-off, if Kempe can win this over Colton, he does. We have, man, Markstrom's looked good, man. He's gotten over quickly. He's obviously a really big body. We'll have to do it all again here. Time on attack has surely closed up. I mean, when you got nearly 2 minutes in the other end, that'll certainly help. 12 saves now from Markstrom. Oh, Kaliev had an open net. Oh, and he shoots it wide, and then Markstrom doing a barrel roll. Oh my gosh, he had an open net, and he fired it wide. All right, here we go, another face-off. And finally loses it. So that's probably going to do it for the power play here. It was a good one, 6 shots. Markstrom, the better goaltender right now. Well, I wouldn't say better. We've had a lot more work. But he's playing really good. I know it's itchy. All right, 15-17 left on the clock here in regulation. 2-0 Calgary. There is no way in this video game to go back and look at your record per team. But I got to think that my record and my stats against Calgary have to be, like, honestly, probably laughable. Like, I'm guessing like a 6 save percentage. We had 7 goals against last time, so that doesn't help. Wins are definitely, I don't think we've ever won against Calgary. I could be wrong. We might have 1 win back in season 1. There we go. What a play. What a play. So I think that's Dubois hopping on early for his shift. Kaliev and Kempe staying out late. And Kempe, from a beautiful feed from Dubois, spots Kaliev streaking towards the net. Oh, what a play. Finally beats Markstrom, and all of a sudden, it took 45 minutes to get here, but we got a goal on the board for the Kings. And finally, some life in our legs as Arthur Kaliev hops up to 49, tying Quinn Byfield for points. There's life, baby. There's life. 13:30 left on the clock. Kaliev's 21st of the season from Kempe and Dubois. You finally saw that little blitz of beautiful passing play, and we're not done yet as the boys looking to make it too. Kaliev finds Kempe. We got some puck movement now. Shoots into Mikey Anderson, who had pressure from Rasmus Anderson. Let's go, boys. Kempe back on. Kaliev with a hard shot, and Markstrom just gets a toe on that. Oh, I saw who Mikey Anderson was trying to pass it to there. Fiala had his stick in the air. He was looking for that one-timer. Trevor Moore behind the net. And the passing play by this top line when they get going is nutty. Like we just talked about how good our top line is for passing plays. Oh no! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! We almost make it 2-2. Let's go, boys. Keep it rolling. This is what I like. This is what I like. The first two periods were abysmal. They were terrible. Horrible. But now you have 20 minutes to at least try and attack. It's not like it was out of reach. 2 goals isn't. Ooh. Dubois nearly picks the top corner, and he puts his hands to his face as he knows how close he just got there. And again, Markstrom comes up with a big... I think that was a knob. I think that went off his knob. Maybe the top of his blocker there. So close from Dubois to make this a 2-2 game. But anyway, just to finish my thought there, it's like 40 minutes crap. But as long as you try and you put an effort forward, if you lose the game, then you can say you at least went out trying. I don't know if that justifies the first 40 minutes of play, but really good third period here from the boys. Pacioretty looks to get around both defensemen. Loses the puck. Now it's Mikey Anderson up to Dylan Dubé. And a great stick there. Whew, Mangiapane was on a bit of a break there. Mikey Anderson tries to feed Dubois. Mikey Anderson's not looked that sharp in this game in terms of his passing. Not as crisp as we're used to seeing. Little off target, little slow. With some good back checking here now, finally from the boys. Byfield lays a big hit into Rasmus Anderson. Faceoffs are nearly even. It's been a really good period. But we do need that goal just to tie it up. Face-off win there. Donato, third line for us as we rest the top few boys, getting ready to hopefully pull the goalie. That's something else that the coach doesn't like to do in this game for whatever reason. We'll be down 1 goal and like it'll be in the other zone and they just do not pull. And let me know, guys, in the comments if you know that there's a way where I can ask for myself to pull. Please let me know, because I actually don't know if that's a thing. All right, boys, get off the ice. Let's get our top lines back out there. Dubé now. He gets rubbed off the puck. Donato up to Henrique, who spots Kasperi Kapanen. He'll dump it in. Hopefully the boys go for a line change. Looked like they were trying to start one. What are you guys doing? Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh. Donato now. Up to Henrique. Can our third line magic work? Kasperi Kapanen's there. That's our 20th shot. That means we have, what, 14 shots in this period? Here we go. Top unit coming on, finally. Doughty. I'm going to creep towards the left side. Maybe not. Creep towards left side. We'll watch from a distance. Come on, please pull me. Oh, God. This is so painful. It's like... It's like we have all the pressure in the world down at the other end of the ice. And for whatever reason, I never get pulled. And now we have 30 seconds hemmed in our zone. That's like my biggest flaw with this video game, is they do not have coaching strategies. Like, I'll probably get... No. This sucks. What a good period. We don't even get the opportunity while we're in their zone. Like, look at this. Pull me. I don't even care if they have possession. I don't think I've ever been pulled. I'm not lying. That would have been sick. Hey, it wasn't meant to be, I guess. At the end of the day, Steven Stamkos on a cross crease connection with Trevor Moore is the difference here. As, hey, give credit to the boys for the third period. That was an unbelievable effort. I still do not understand why the coach does not pull the goalie. But we are going to lose this one 2-1, 27-23 shots. It looked a lot. I mean, here's the tail of the tape right here. 12 shots, 10 shots to start the first two periods compared to our 2 and 4. We had 17 in the third. 17. You know, that one hurts a little less than the other Calgary games. I mean, you got a bad goal from Uyghur from the point where he hits the bottom of my trapper and goes in the net. and you have a cross crease the second after that one goes in. You just can't have defensive collapses against a lineup like that. You just can't. But it's not the end of the world. It's not the biggest loss I've ever suffered. We're going to go into a home game against Tampa Bay now. Dang, dude. I want to win against that stupid team. God dang, I can never do it. It's they just have my number. They have my, even when we play pretty solid like we just did, it's still not enough. So a regulation loss for the Kings. We'll head home again, like I mentioned, with a Steven Stamkos-less, captained by the one Mr. Hedman. We'll see if we can wrangle up 2 points. It's a bad feeling, especially when it's so close to the playoff race. But regroup, refocus. We're now in game number 2. And we got an early power play here as Zuccarello, playing for the Lightning, just slashed Kaliev for no reason. Not quite sure what he was thinking there. Yeah, I mean, you can't do that. I know the puck was coming towards him, but you missed his stick by a mile. And now our 29.2% power play goes to work. An unbelievable percentage. When we've been given the opportunity, we score a lot of goals. Held in the neutral zone there by Doughty as he's getting pressured, but puck will go back in the Tampa zone. Here we go. So Jones in net. So again, there's got to be a lot of back-to-backs in the season that I just don't pay attention to, because there's so many times where we got the backup goaltender. 4-5-1 in their last 10, so they're struggling. Maybe it's just given their Vasilevsky hasn't been great. Maybe they're just giving Jones an opportunity here. Some good puck movement there again from the boys. Kempe's gonna get that. No, Victor Hedman does a great job. What is happening with this puck right now? Oh no, Nola Chari. Short-handed opportunity now, but good defensive play there by the captain, Drew Doughty. He looked like he was trying to get off the ice. This isn't the greatest power play to start a period. I mean, it's not always easy starting a period on a power play. What is this Tampa team? Ryan O'Reilly, Nola Chari. The goals getting scored on me right now might be the worst I've seen in a very long time. No freaking way that just happened. No freaking way I just got shorthanded scored on like this. That hits the inside of Dubois' stick, who is making a hit. It goes towards my 5-hole, and because I'm spreading to make the initial shot. I don't know what to tell you guys. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. When it comes to goaltending in an NHL video game, the goals that beat me make me one of the most unlucky goaltenders there is. I don't know how else to explain it to you guys. It's just like every goal that goes in is just the most unfortunate situation. I wish I got scored on by better goals. I do. Short-handed tally there by the captain, Victor Hedman. A shot from the point, a simple shot from the point hits Dubois while he's wrestling with the guy in front and somehow beats me 5-hole. We have a 1-0 deficit. All right, it is what it is. Sergachev bumps Dubois off the puck there. Now Kucherov trying to get in. It'll be Quentin Byfield who stands him up at the blue line. Pacioretty will go for a skate. Pacioretty's looked a little weird in this video. Can we buy a goal? How is Martin Jones getting across to rob us on a cross creaser when they do it so effortlessly? Like, come on. That was such a beautiful play too. My lord, what a save. Keeps it a 1-0 lead for Tampa Bay. A good response shift, that's for sure. Oh my gosh, I thought that Zuccarello was gonna get that puck there. That would have been horrible. There we go. Not sure how that cross creaser worked, but a beautiful play there. Kaliev gets another goal. He's really found his scoring touch here lately. There, you know, he started the season off really strong, and then he went through like maybe 10 games where he only got 1, maybe 2. But in the last couple weeks now, big kudos to these guys, obviously, Fiala and Kempe. But Kaliev's had a magic touch. He's back up into the top of our team. His 50th points joining Adrian Kempe. And I believe that's his 22nd or 23rd of the season now. What is that, 22? 22nd from Fiala and Spence. So a great response there from the boys. We've outplayed Tampa so far. Kaliev trying to center that one for Fiala. Ryan O'Reilly. This is such a weird Tampa lineup. I mean, you can tell why they're struggling. It seems like, well, they traded away Steven Stamkos, or he's signed. They may not even re-signed him. Doughty up to Kempe. I think Vasilevsky went to another team, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't we see Vasi on another team? I know Toronto in this is completely just chalked. Austin Matthews signing that massive 7-year deal to St. Louis. Willie Nylander, I still believe, is playing. Ryan Donato with the shot? Hello? That's a third-line goal. Unbelievable shot there by Ryan Donato, his 2nd of the year. What an effort. That's Drew Doughty getting in low, finds, oh my gosh, and he pops the bottle. So Ryan Donato's 2nd, beats Jones. Gets the bottle, the BioSteel bottle popped out. You love to see that. That's kind of a blend shift right there. Some boys were changing, some weren't. Kempe stays on. Kaliev with another point, gets up to 51. What an effort from the boys to bounce back in this. Yeah, anyway, Matthews, St. Louis. Willie Nylander still plays for Dallas, I believe. Mitch Marner and Tavares, I believe, are still there, but yeah, it's this East has gone, the Atlantic has gone through quite the transformation in this game. I think the only team that remotely resembles their original team is Boston. Sergachev now gets it up to Nikita Kucherov. Kucherov skating through the middle. He has Zuccarello. That's a really weird line. Point, Kucherov, Zuccarello. Now, don't get me wrong. Zuccarello's had his moments in the NHL. Gotta imagine Kucherov ain't too happy about that. Although Braden Point, who knows if he's developed into a good player in this game, but I mean, he's a stellar player in real hockey. You'd imagine he's been pretty good. Sergachev skates past that. Donato now physical on the puck. Gavrikov now. He had a rough game last one. He does a nice little skating play to get that up to Quinton Byfield. Byfield with Pacioretty. Pacioretty over to Dubois. Spence over to Byfield, who gets it back to Pacioretty, and now the puck movement just seems electric right now. You just need a little bit of a home crowd once in a while. Such a home team this year. That's why, like, the playoff race is so important to try and squeak into that position where we have home ice advantage, because for whatever reason we're just so much better at home than we are on the road. Me included. I don't know what it is. My record at home is insane. Zuccarello with a shot on net. O'Reilly gets a little bit wide there, so we'll pass it up. Pacioretty now finds Dubois on the left side, and he'll do a dump and chase here. Cernak up to Pettersson. Oh, right, they have Elias Pettersson. That's a hell of a player. Why is Elias Pettersson on their... Hagel wide open. I think he kind of fluffed that shot. Lands right in my glove and will hang on, but Elias Pettersson... You would think they would put him on the top line, but is Kucherov a centerman? Because what is it? No, it'd be Braden Point. Is Point really better than Pettersson in this game? So, I mean, they got some players on their team, man. I gotta think it's goaltending right now. Their line combos are a little janky. Ooh, the rebound goes right there, and a good job by Pettersson to get back and break that one up. Now Brandon Hagel Haggle the Bagel gets it down low for Elias Pettersson. I didn't even see him over there. I was so tunnel visioned. And Ryan O'Reilly at the end of a period gets his 7th of the season. Oh, I feel so stupid. I looked down at the clock because I heard the buzzer, and I was just so tunnel visioned on the right side. That's a bad goal for me. Yeah, I mean, it's a huge passing play. I nearly stretched across when I saw him, but I mean, I'm at the top of my crease in the worst position. This game just has not been going my way in this video. I apologize, boys and girls. Just hasn't been going my way. It's one of those videos. That's all right. 3.3 seconds, they tie it up. Good pass there by Cernak. That's why you always scan. You always scan, see where players are. If there's time left on the clock, you play the puck. Pretty even period. I mean, a pretty good period by the boys. Unlucky goal there to start things off, and then a beautiful goal by Ryan O'Reilly at the end of the period. Oh, Michael Webb, come on, focus up, dude. Kempe finds Fiala, who had Kaliev right in front. Decides to shoot it. Here we go. Kind of a weird off-balance shot there by Kempe. Oh, man. It just deflates you sometimes when the goal goes in like that. It's like, okay, you're playing well, bad goal, your team rebounds, you're starting to get your footing, you haven't been playing great in the last couple videos, and then all of a sudden, you let your concentration, especially on max difficulty. Again, you can never use that as an excuse, but on max difficulty, they'll make you pay if you're not paying attention. So, big shot there by Braden Point. We'll hold on, make sure. I can't afford another garbage goal, so. Their passing percentage right now is nearly 95%, and we are into the second period. That's crazy. Kucherov tries to get towards off the faceoff win. Good play there by Mikey Anderson. Kevin Fiala now. He'll streak in. He gets rubbed off the post, so back the other way. Zuccarello up to Kucherov. Nikita Kucherov walks in. And that passing percentage will go down a little bit as Fiala jumps in and steals that one. Oh my gosh, what a play. What a big save there too. Oh my word. That behind the... AI do that so much, man. Behind the net pass right in front to somebody sitting on the bumper. And they have so much success there. Our line is exhausted and theirs is not at all. Byfield on the ice, second unit trying to get on for the LA Kings. Doughty now. He'll get it up. Byfield to Max Pacioretty. He's been quiet in these last 2 games. He's been so successful this year. We'll need a big period from this second line. Pacioretty. And Spence, as I think the line change was being completed, Spence steps offside. 33-8 hits. Oh my god. We're getting bodied. Normally in Be a Pro you'd see like both teams hitting like a monster, but whew. Donato with another windup trying to get back onto the board here. He's looked okay. I mean, they're giving this third line some extra shifts here. So Martin Jones is 2-6-0 with a 913 save percentage. That seems a little weird. It means this team's probably not scoring a ton of goals in front of him. Ooh, Spence trying to get a little creative. Waits for traffic in front. Gavrikov steps in. Gavrikov is very slow to pull the trigger. Like, don't get me wrong, he's not an offensive kind of defenseman, but every time I see him, like, okay, I see a lane to the net. He takes 1 or 2 extra steps, and then it's just always hitting the body of somebody. Donato has a break. What's he going to do? He loses the puck. Kasperi Kapanen loses the puck. I think that's going to be it for the third line, is we're going to need a line change here shortly. Kapanen gets back, does a good job with his speed. Donato will now clear it. So, hey, give credit to this third line, man. I mean, they've had time on ice in this one, and they've made the most of it. Now our top line, Kempe line, jumps back on the ice against the Braden Point line. And, I mean, we've talked about this all year, but look at this snapshot. You got 3 guys on the ice. This is a Tampa team that is struggling this year. 3 players on that face-off. that are superstar. They have the X factor. You got Braden Point, you got Kucherov, you got Hedman. You look at the lineup for the Kings, and we do not have anybody except Drew Doughty, who is an aging superstar. It makes you wonder, it's like, okay, well, we're winning with the team we got. If you could add one piece that makes sense that's a superstar, does that put you past the tipping point? Like, does that get you into elite status? It's hard to say. Will these guys ever develop in this game into that? I got to think probably not. If they already don't have that X factor, ability factor thing on their player card, does the game have it in them to develop? I don't know. But it's just always interesting. It's like, okay, you have an LA Kings team who is in a playoff spot. They were third in the NHL like a week ago, but they don't have anybody that like stands out as like a superstar. And then you look at teams like this who have struggled in their season. They're below 500. They're fighting for, you know, to keep themselves even remotely close to possible wild card. And they got 6 or 7 superstars on the team. Elias Pettersson joined them. Like, that's a superstar. He has an X factor. For us, 28, 10-0. It's not bad. I wish it was a little higher. I know that sounds weird, but there's been a lot of games where I feel like I've kind of let the team down, and I feel like EA's got to do something about this forward diving at the blue line. It makes sense. They dive to put their body in front of the puck, but every time they do that, the defenseman takes a step forward, trips over them, and it's almost always a tripping call. Almost always. I've never seen it really where it hasn't been. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. That's okay. That's not okay. Gavrikov's garbage. Oh, boy. All right, let's hold on to this one. I feel like this season, or this year's game, we've talked about this a lot, but they've added some really good features into the game that are just not polished. And I think that's the best way to explain the state of this game right now is, you know, we can talk about the lack of game modes, lack of new features that way. But in terms of like the hockey, they've added some cool things like the breaking the glass. Like a lot of people wanted that back, the dumping the player into the boards. That went off the bottom of my glove. My Lord. They've added some cool things in that just haven't been polished, and they look bad as a result. Like, I'm sorry, but a tip shot will never break glass in an NHL arena. It just wouldn't. A normal hip check or push into the boards would never break the glass. It just wouldn't. Same with some of these, like, desperation player tips. Like, you'll see a guy dive for the puck, but his body contorts in 100 different spots because they don't have it polished out. And it's like, cool feature, looks terrible because you didn't do it right. Braden Point, 40 goals. Now, the 7 goals is what alarms me there. Like, I'm not saying he's a high goal scorer. He does have the 33 assists. But if I'm looking at that and you're on the top line and you got Elias Pettersson on your team, I might flop those little two players around maybe a little bit. Give it an old whirl. See if you can get some life into your team. All right, well, we clear the penalty. Dubois back on ice. Let's see how the boys do here. Okay, let's switch back to this camera because now we're having a hard time getting it out of our zone. There we go. Dubois got defenseman Sebastian Aho with him, and he gets crunched. I'm actually kind of surprised nobody's jumping in a fight right now. Usually Dubois is the first one to do that. Oh my gosh. Come on, guys. Point gets it back to Zuccarello. So we got a defenseman, I believe, is still out there on the point. Yeah, Zuccarello playing defense right now. I mean, another stupid feature of this game. Dubois now getting rubbed off the puck by Point. Come on, guys. Minute 22. We desperately need this this intermission. We've had a couple penalties. Maybe just the one, but even still, a lot of time spent in our zone lately. Here we go. And Kaliev with a nice hard shot, one-timer, nearly spots that top corner. And there's Gavrikov again, just trying to get the puck in the perfect spot, and hits it right into the crest of somebody. It's always so funny. Huh? Did he hear me in real life? Is that why he just fired that 10,000 miles the other end of the ice? My Lord. All right, we got a 2-2 hockey game going into the third. Yeah, right now, I mean, that goal sucks, that last one, but that first goal is kind of the kind of crap. It's a crap feeling right now. Braden Point now. Start the period off. Good stick there by Drew Doughty. Captain trying to get his team into this. Puts his head down, goes for a skate. He's got Kempe with him. Here we go. That's some good plays. Ooh, Jones actually played that one out. I thought for sure he'd hold on to it. Zuccarello now. Loses the puck. Mikey Anderson does a good job there. Mikey Anderson goes for a bit of a skate through the neutral zone. Now Doughty. I mean, you're never going to beat somebody like Victor Hedman into the blue, like into the offensive zone if you're just skating straight at him. The man is 7 feet tall and he's got a beautiful stick. Like, come on, get creative. Braden Point behind the net, battling it out with Mikey Anderson. He wins it for the Kings. Kempe now, up to Fiala. Stop with the open ice deeks. Oh my lord, they look horrible right now. What happened to that first period passing sequences? Woo! Good block there by Gavrikov. Oh! Oh! Kempe drives to the net and has it sitting on the goal or in the crease. And then the goaltender lifts him up. I'm going to throw this one out, actually. Screw it. Faceoffs have not been our forte right now. Hedman gets it up to O'Reilly, who finds Pedersen. Byfield. Oh. Oh, please. Yes. Oh. What a save there by Martin Jones on Dubois. Now we got some passing plays as Byfield gets it. Oh, no. The rebounds have been really well controlled from Jones right now. Getting them into, like, non-dangerous spots. Like, Pacioretty on the doorstep there twice. And the puck's nowhere even to be found. Get out of here with that bullshit. Woo. Woo. That's what's up. All right, face-off win for once. Kempe in our own zone. He'll skate through the neutral zone. It was a massive save there on Elias Pettersson, who had a wind-up the size of... That was like a PK Subban wind-up. Gavrikov now back in his own zone. Spence gets it up to Kempe. Tries to get around with another open ice deke, and it's just... I don't understand why so many times they try it. Like once or twice, sure. Braden Point streaks in. He'll shoot it wide. Kucherov gets the rebound. Let's keep the feet moving, boys. We've had a good couple minutes here. Gavrikov now. He'll skate it past Sergachev. Oh. Now Kucherov has a burst of speed. He's got a player streaking in with him. It'll be Zuccarello. He gets rubbed off the puck by Spence. Come on, boys. You're going to have to get off the ice here in a minute, too. Pacioretty to Dubois. So line change already started. Dubois had a nice little quick wrist shot in this one. He's not really finding it in the best locations or putting it on the best locations. But he's done a pretty nice job just getting a quick little wrister in there. Oh, boy. Come on. Here we go. Here we go. Byfield. Here we go. That's such a horrible effort. Oh, what? I saw a defenseman smack his stick on the ice. What just happened? Quinn Byfield awarded for his 21st Nick Perbix. Huh? Wait, what? Wait, whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, so it's a horrible, like, he has a step and he's just not moving at all. Look how slow he's skating. Okay, whatever. Decides to shoot it. Then you got, okay, so you got Hagel pushing Byfield. You got Perbix going to the net. Hits his own defenseman. Okay, the puck's right there. Puck is still going back towards the blue line. Oh, no. Right there. Perbix's skate kicks it 5-hole. Thank you, EA. Thank you, EA gods. Thank you for giving me one back. I appreciate it. That's for the garbage goal that Hedman scored earlier. We got a 3-2 Kings lead with 4:26 on the clock after a comedic Byfield goal somehow. Perbix slams his stick on the ice. I mean, to be fair, Byfield should have had a way better opportunity than he did. He just did not skate hard at all. But we'll take anything we can get at this point. It's been kind of a garbage-like game anywho. Spence now gets the puck up to Kaliev. That's funny. That is really funny and unfortunate. And Fiala spotted streaking. He'll also go for a really wide shot. So I'm not sure if they're trying to get for a rebound or what's going on, but that's not the greatest effort from these guys. Ah! I just missed my mouth almost. All right, 3-2 hockey game, 2:34 left on the clock. Spence now tries to keep it in, does okay job, and then gives it right to Cernak. So Cernak skating it out. He'll lose it. Gavrikov will pick it up. We got 1:44 on the clock here. Kaliev will obviously keep an eye on their goaltender because we know their coaches actually pull their goaltender. Gavrikov going for a skate. Kempe tired, gets it up to Dubois. We got a couple weird line combinations going as exhausted players are coming on. Spence passes back to Quinn Byfield, who winds up and shoots that one so wide. 26 left on the clock. Good little shift here from Dubois and Zuccarello. There goes the goaltender. Byfield. He'll turn it around and he'll get it up here for Gavrikov, who spots Patches. Patches shoots and hits the post. 6 seconds left on the clock. Cernak, one last rush for Tampa. He'll shoot it on net, shoot it wide as somehow that wide shot sits me down on my ass and the puck rolls all the way around to Victor Hedman. Thankfully, there's no time left on the clock, but we gotta do our due diligence and thank EA right there. Thank the EA gods for that one, because for whatever reason, that goal found its way into the back of the net when maybe it shouldn't have. But we will take a 3-2 win over the Tampa Bay Lightnings and go 1-for-1 in this video. Once again, losing to the freaking Calgary Flames, but not bad, not bad. Like I said, any win at this point is massive. You look at the schedule and we're getting ever so closer. So you got to think, if we get all of these starts, or the majority of them, we're looking at 4 videos ish away from the trade deadlines, maybe less, depending. Well, we can just simulate right now. I'm gonna guess we're gonna get the start against Pittsburgh. We are, so I mean, can't really help us there to see if we're gonna get less starts. But if I'm looking at the schedule, being realistic, we are second in our division right now, tied with the Canucks, 1 point ahead of the wild card spot. That's nutty. We're probably gonna play this game. I'm hoping the coach does the smart thing and starts Spencer Knight, one of the two up, because we have a Saturday-Sunday game. Look, a week and a half ago, we played both the back-to-backs, so we know he doesn't like playing Spencer Knight. But I'm hoping he'll play one of those. So our next video, realistically, should be Pittsburgh and one of either Detroit or Washington. Then it will probably be the Devils and the Coyotes. Then it will probably be Montreal and San Jose. And then it will most likely be the trade deadline in that 4th video. Could be sooner, might not, but we are getting so close. We hold a 36-17-2 record. It's been an unbelievable year here for us in our sophomore year. Pretty decent numbers so far. I mean, 2-3-4, 9-18. I can't be too upset about that. But ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Apologies. We're going to get Calgary one of these days. I honestly hope we get them in the playoffs. That would be hilarious. That'd be a perfect opportunity to really bite them in the ass. But For right now, they're continuing to live somewhere up here. It is what it is. We'll bounce back next time we battle them. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Comment on the video. Let me know how you're Be a Pros if you're still playing the game. I've seen a couple goalies out there that have said their stats, so keep those coming. Love it. Till the next one, take care of yourselves, and we'll catch you back here in the next video. Bye, guys.